Welcome back to our Bantu history series. In case you are new here, make sure you support us by hitting that subscribe button to receive our future videos. The Wolof Empire, also known as the Jolof Empire, was a powerful West African state that emerged during the 14th century and played a significant role in the political, economic, and cultural landscape of the Senegambian region. Located in what is today Senegal, the Gambia, and parts of Mauritania, the empire was known for its complex political structures, vibrant trade networks, and cultural influence. It reached the height of its power in the 15th century before gradually declining in the 16th century. Origins and formation. The Wolof Empire was established in the early 14th century, traditionally attributed to the leadership of Ndiadiane Ndiaye, a semi-mythical figure believed to have unified various Wolof-speaking kingdoms into a single political entity. Oral traditions suggest that Ndiadiane Ndiaye was of mixed heritage, either of Arab Berber and African ancestry or a local nobleman who gained prominence for his wisdom, charisma, and military leadership. He became the first Berber Jolof, or emperor, founding a centralized state that brought together disparate ethnic and tribal groups under a single imperial rule. The formation of the Wolof Empire followed the decline of the Ghana and Mali empires, filling the power vacuum in the Western Sahel region. The empire's territory encompassed key regions such as Kayor, Beol, Walo, and Sine, among others. These territories were initially independent kingdoms or chiefdoms that became vassal states under the overarching authority of the Berber Jolof. Political structure. The political structure of the Wolof Empire was highly centralized yet federated, with the Berber Jolof at the top of a pyramid of power. Under him were the rulers of the various provinces, often referred to as damels, tanyas, or braks, depending on the region. These local rulers retained a degree of autonomy in their internal affairs, but owed allegiance, tribute, and military support to the Berber Jolof. The capital of the empire was likely located in the central region of Senegal, though the exact location remains uncertain due to a lack of archaeological evidence. The empire's government included a council of nobles and advisors, known as the nobility of the court, who assisted the emperor in administrative matters. The system blended indigenous traditions with Islamic influences, as Islam began to spread more deeply in the region during this period. Economy and trade. The Wolof Empire thrived economically, primarily due to its strategic location along trans-Saharan and coastal trade routes. It served as a middleman between North African merchants and West African producers. Goods such as gold, ivory, salt, cola nuts, and textiles were commonly traded, and the empire also played a role in the Mingmai slave trade, both within Africa and across the Atlantic, as European powers began to explore the West African coast in the 15th century. The arrival of the Portuguese in the mid-15th century introduced new trade dynamics. The Portuguese established coastal trading posts and sought alliances with local rulers, thereby increasing European influence in the region. The Wolof Empire initially benefited from this new commerce, trading slaves and goods for European textiles, firearms, and metal tools. Agriculture also formed the backbone of the domestic economy. The Wolof people cultivated millet, sorghum, and other grains, and engaged in fishing, livestock herding, and craft production. Culture and society. Wolof society was hierarchical and stratified, comprising nobility, free commoners, artisans, and enslaved people. The aristocracy wielded both political and spiritual authority, and the emperor was considered semi-divine. The griots, or oral historians and musicians, held an essential place in society. They preserved the empire's history, genealogies, and cultural traditions through storytelling, music, and poetry. Religion played a complex role in the empire. While Islam had a growing presence, especially among the elite and traders, many people also maintained traditional animist beliefs. This religious syncretism helped maintain social cohesion and allowed the Wolof Empire to absorb various cultural influences without losing its identity. The Wolof language, still widely spoken in Senegal today, was the lingua franca of the empire and contributed to a shared cultural identity across diverse communities. Decline and legacy. The decline of the Wolof Empire began in the late 16th century, largely due to internal divisions and external pressures. The constituent states such as Kayor and Bayol gradually reasserted their independence, weakening central authority. Conflicts among the nobility and succession disputes further eroded imperial cohesion. European involvement, particularly through trade and alliances with local rivals, also destabilized the empire. European involvement, particularly through trade and alliances with local rivals, also destabilized the empire. The Portuguese and later the French, British and Dutch played rival factions against one another, contributing to the fragmentation of the empire. By the early 17th century, the Wolof Empire had effectively disintegrated, though several successor states persisted and continued to influence the region. The Kingdom of Kayor, for instance, remained a powerful entity well into the 19th century. If you like these videos and would like to support in their continued production, you can do so by joining our membership. Click the Join button below. That is all we have for you today. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks for watching. We will see you on the next one.